Here's a video on how to do a casement window. Whenever we start a window, we always create the frame first. So, just going to, same as we started the double hung window, just draw in a rectangle that fills the space. And this is happening completely outside of this wall group. I could hide the wall group, it will be separate. So I'm going to tap F for the offset key. We'll offset this in 0.75. And I think I'm going to be able to use this piece. So instead of deleting it, I'm going to cut it. So I'll right click and hit cut. So what you're seeing right now is just a two-dimensional frame. I am going to hide the wall so you can see it better. Then I'm going to hit P for push pull. We'll push this out. Tell it to go 5, enter. Fits in a 5-inch wall. And then we'll triple click this, right click and group it. And because I did cut instead of deleting that rectangle, I can now paste it back in. This is a group, so when I paste it back in, it's going to be separate. So here's paste in place. It's separate from the group. And just like in the double hung window, I'm going to offset this in 2 inches. So hit F, we'll offset it in, tell it to go 2, enter. And same thing, I'm going to take this piece, which is going to become the glass, and right click and cut it out. So click on the scissors. This frame is 2D now. So we're going to push this back just to keep things simple. We'll push it back and tell it to go back 2, enter. So now, and we'll make that a group. So you can see the frame's 5 inches thick, but the sash, which is the piece that holds the glass, is only 2 inches thick in this window. Okay. Then let's see, what we'll do is we'll paste the glass back in. So I'm going to right click and do paste in place again, because whenever we do cut, it's keeping a copy. Even though it seems to delete, it's keeping a copy in memory. So I'm going to hit paste in place. I might as well hit B and paint it some glass color here before. So I could go over here and click on materials, wherever that is, in here somewhere. Just tap B for the paint bucket. Usually one of these blue glass things is better. Paints it like that. And then I'll double click that because it's a 2D piece, and then I'll right click and group it. So now I've got 3 groups here. I've got a frame group, a sash group, and the glass as a group. But we always want the glass and the sash to move as one thing. So let's click once on that, there's the glass group, and then hold down Shift and add in this white sash group. So I have both of them. So click one, hold down Shift, click the other, and then we'll group those. So it will be 2 groups that live in a group. 2 groups living inside a group. And that way when we rotate this, which we may want to do, it's going to rotate as one thing like this. In a casement window, if you've seen these, you turn the crank on the inside and it cranks out the window and opens like this. Okay. I think what we'll do is this. Let's grab the whole thing and move a copy out. Let's just move a copy out on the axis, maybe 10 feet. Which would be 120. 120 inches is 10 feet. And what we could do with this one is this. We could make this a double casement. So I think what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to grab T for the tape, grab any vertical line, like even these up here, and click and drag. I just click on a random point and drag out a tape line and find the center of this guy. My computer's being a little laggy. Okay. Then what we could do is this. We can get inside this group. And this group contains the glass and the white sash. So I'm going to double click it. So I could choose. Here's the glass group, or I could click on the frame group. I'm going to double click on the frame group. You can see I get dots. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag a box from about here. And that's going to grab all the lines and planes that make up this right side. I'm going to tap M to move it. I'm going to grab this bottom right point and slide it over to the halfway point. Now I have to resize the glass. So I'm going to double click on, maybe I'll click in the space in here. Double click on the glass group. I can select this line. You have to aim carefully. Just hit the space bar, click on just that line, and we'll hit M to move it, and we'll move it in. You don't want to do this, so we got to hit the correct arrow key. Green is wrong. That's coming out in space this way, so it's got to be red. And I'll move it over. Just to be in line with that point. Looks like I missed. To edit this again. One way to edit something, even if you've got groups inside of groups, if you click on it enough, if I just go click, 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 it's going to light this guy up. And when I see dots, I know I can edit it. Now I can zoom in and move this point over to here. And then maybe I'll click off it. I'm still inside the overall thing. Well, looks like it gets shifted on the other side too. So I'm going to grab that line, move it again. Okay, so it's still one big group that contains the glass and the sash. I might get inside it again, maybe click on the glass group and move it in. I'm going to move it in on the green axis, halfway in. So the frame is 2 inches, so I'll just move it in 1, enter. Now we've got that. So all we have to do now is take this guy and move a copy over. So I'll just move this corner. And we've got a double casement window. So that would be a single casement, this would be a double casement.